Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches which are happening on Friday, August 20th, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Kansas City Royals vs Chicago Cubs. Times have been tough for the 28-year-old right-hander in his first season with the Cubs. He comes in with a 6-9 overall record to go along with a career-worst 5.00 ERA in 25 starts. The Cubs right-hander had just one losing year in his first 6 MLB seasons, but wins have been hard to come by for him as of late. The Kansas City Royals have been struggling offensively this season, as they are 26th in the majors with a .688 OPS. They are scoring 4.08 runs per game this season, and that should improve with the speed and power in their lineup. My betting advice for that game is to pick Kansas City. New York Mets vs Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers have the second best record in baseball, but they are in the same division as the Giants and trail them by 3 games. The Mets now find themselves in third place, 4.5 games back of the Braves and 5.5 games back in the wild card race. My betting advice for that game is to pick Dodgers minus 1.5. Phillies vs Padres. While they're 36-25 at Citizens Bank Park this season, the Phillies are 25-34 away from Philadelphia. They've posted just a .312 WOBA and a 92 WRC+ on the road this season, while their road pitching staff hasn't been picking up the slack, posting a 4.31 road FIP. The San Diego Padres lost all 3 games in Denver after falling 7-5 to the Rockies on Wednesday. Wil Myers had a solid game for San Diego, going 2-4 with 2 homers and 3 RBI. Myers now has 15 homers on the year. My betting advice for that game is to pick the San Diego Padres. San Francisco Giants vs Oakland Athletics. Brandon Crawford .30019 HR 70 RBI leads the club in batting average, HR, and RBI, and he is batting .363 over his last 6 games. The rookie right-hander is having a promising season, reporting a 3.33 ERA and a 1.16 WHIP accompanied by a 6.4 record in 83.2 innings of work. This will be his first career meeting against the Giants. My betting advice for that game is to pick the rookie right-hander is having a promising season, reporting a 3.33 ERA and a 1.16 WHIP accompanied by a 6.4 record in 83.2 innings of work. This will be his first career meeting against the Giants. Arizona Diamondbacks vs Colorado Rockies. Arizona has been poor on offense this season. They are around the middle of the league in hits. They rank bottom 10 in runs, home runs, RBIs, batting average, SLG, and OPS. The Diamondbacks had their sudden brush with magic at home and sweeping the Philadelphia Phillies this week. Despite having the worst record in the National League, they somehow managed to upset a team still competing to win the NL East division. My betting advice for that game is to pick Colorado Rockies. Pittsburgh Pirates vs St. Louis Cardinals. Tyler O'Neill and Nolan Arenado have combined for 45 home runs, while Paul Goldschmidt has a .279 batting average and a .347 on-base percentage, but the back half of the lineup has been the team's downfall. They have stunk to the high heavens since the beginning of the season, and that's most likely the way they'll finish. Granted, they did show some fight in the first 2 games on the road against the Los Angeles Dodgers before the defending champions blew them out of Dodger Stadium in a 9-0 shutout on Wednesday. My betting advice for that game is to pick St. Louis Cardinals. Minnesota Twins vs New York Yankees. The Twins played well over the past week, and they've won 4 of their last 5 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Yankees, which will give them their 5th win in their last 6 games. Pitching at home this season, Cortez Jr. has no record, a 1.45 ERA, a 0.911 WHIP, 6 walks and 22 strikeouts over 18.2 innings in 7 appearances, 2 starts. My betting advice for that game is to pick New York Yankees minus 1.5. Quick reminder, you can get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on our partner sportsbook BetUS after you open an account using our link down below and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES when making your deposit. Washington Nationals vs Milwaukee Brewers. The Nationals should be fresh following a day off on Thursday. After dropping 7 in a row and 12 of its last 13 games, Washington put together a 2-game sweep at home against the Blue Jays earlier this week. The offense came alive during the interleague series, scoring 20 runs in the games. The Brewers are playing well at the moment and they've won 8 of their last 9 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Nationals, which will give them their 5th win in a row and 9th win in their last 10 games. My betting advice for that game is to pick Milwaukee Brewers minus 1.5. Seattle Mariners vs Houston Astros. In August, however, Kikuchi appears to be back on track as he's 1-0 with a 2.35 ERA across 3 starts and 15.1 innings so far. Houston dropped their 4th straight game as they were shut down again by the Royals Wednesday night. My betting advice for that game is to pick Seattle Mariners. Miami Marlins vs Cincinnati Reds. Gray gave up a run in the 4th inning and was lifted in the ensuing frame after issuing a bases-loaded walk to Bryce Harper and surrendering a sacrifice fly to Didi Gregorius. The Marlins have yet to officially announce their starter on MLB.com as of this publishing. My betting advice for that game is to pick Red minus 1.5. Texas Rangers vs Boston Red Sox. The Boston Red Sox have been one of the best defensive teams in the majors as they are currently 4th with a .766 OPS. Third baseman Isaiah Kiner Falefa leads the team with 124 hits. Right fielder Adolis Garcia has 102 hits, including a team-best 26 home runs. My betting advice for that game is to pick Boston Red Sox. Los Angeles Angels vs Cleveland Indians. The Los Angeles Angels have had a season full of injuries. A major blow for the team was losing Mike Trout to injury this season. This has been apparent with their record this season, and it continues to hurt them. Cleveland continues to be without 2 of the best pitchers in baseball, in Shane Bieber, shoulder, and Aaron Civale, finger, to go along with a few key bats as well. My betting advice for that game is to pick Angels. Atlanta Braves vs Baltimore Orioles. On the hill, Atlanta's pitching staff has improved to 13th in team ERA at 4.04, 14th in WHIP at 1.29 and opposing hitters are averaging only .242 on the mound against Atlanta pitching, which is 15th. It's been a disastrous string of games for the Orioles, who have been tagged with a whopping 15 consecutive defeats, including a 4-game sweep at the hands of the Rays. The offense is slumping right now, which makes it especially difficult to win games considering the pitching staff is the worst in all of baseball. My betting advice for that game is to pick Atlanta Braves minus 1.5. Detroit Tigers vs Toronto Blue Jays. Detroit built a 10-2 lead through just 5 innings as Miguel Cabrera hit a bases-clearing double with Zach Short, Jeimer Candelario and Will Castro all going deep. The Tigers came into this season in an all-out rebuild after trading away the majority of their veteran arms and bats. My betting advice for that game: Chicago White Sox vs Tampa Bay Rays. The White Sox currently hold a league-best 11.5-game lead in the American League Central. Tampa is showing how strikeouts are overrated as they currently lead the sport with 1,206 strikeouts, but are one of the best defensive teams in the game today. My betting advice for that game is to pick Chicago White Sox. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.